So who would you put in your Mount Rushmore of female artists?
Mount Rushmore, I'll put in me.
The confidence is through the roof. You see their glasses.
Alright. Straight facts. Back at it again. You already know Sosa is in the building.
Y'all already know your boy Ace. And then today we got Canadian, Eritrean singer, rapper, actress, model, Badda in the building. Thanks for coming.
What's up, guys? We out here. Let's get it.
It's an honor. It's an honor.
Thank you.
I like your glasses.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Very
Appreciate it.
sparkly, in your face type glasses.
That's how we do. We stay in your face.
Alright,
go for it.
So let's start things here. First thing first, we were wondering what was your first steps into the hip hop industry, right? What was the first few actions that led you into the hip hop industry, and tell us how you got introduced.
Honestly, I was introduced to hip hop through my brothers. Like, when I tell you, my brother was listening to Biggie, Pac, Nas,
Right.
the whole nine, had their posters everywhere.
The real OGs then.
Oh yeah, like I would walk in their room and I'm like in another world. Like there was posters everywhere, lyrics on the wall, like the whole nine, a collection of CDs. So like that's pretty much where I was introduced.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Yeah, and the family, you know.
Pretty interesting.
Yeah.
What's the first album you've ever owned, and how'd you acquire it?
Funny enough, the first album I ever owned was Rihanna. Her first album was Something in the Sun. What was
For
it?
real?
Yeah.
Upon the Replay album?
Yeah,
Is that
like
it?
that was,
Upon the Replay,
that was the
DJ?
first album I ever like actually bought. Like
Right,
for
right.
real, yeah. So it was Rihanna.
That's the first one you bought, but did you ever get one as a gift before, or like that was the first one officially?
That was like the first album I got. I was feeling
Right.
Rihanna's style. I'm like, oh, who's that girl? That girl. So I got her album, but yeah, it was dope. It was dope.
Very cool.
Were you repping Eritrea heavy, and can you tell us if your background has any influence on music?
Oh, 100%. I started like, aside from hip hop, I was actually performing like at Eritrean parties, like Independence Day, stuff like that. I used to actually run, so like we used to do like these shows, like these cultural shows where we would show like all the tribes and everything. So I was like the leader of that. So I would like literally like make the choreography, make the lyrics, everything, do the outfits for everybody, like get everybody together. I used to like go on MSN, yo, I need you at that Eritrean party, like
Throwback.
like we need to make this poppin'. So that's really where I started doing my thing, for sure.
That's good. It gives a sense of community and being part of a whole group. So it's a good thing, definitely.
For sure, definitely.
And you brought us back here with I'm gonna go with this one there. Like, how did you get when in your life did you realize that you were made for music and that you wanted to do it as a career or take it seriously?
Honestly, like since I was young, I was always into music. Like even like whenever it was my birthday or something, like my family would buy me microphones. Like I would always be getting a new microphone. I'm like, okay, so like I would always just be performing in the living room and
But
stuff.
they put you on then.
They put me on. They're like, yo, you got something. So I was always involved with that. Like even like if it was like someone's birthday, I would like grab the mic and perform on their birthday or something. Family.
So you're an introvert.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like I'm
Stop,
both.
you're an extrovert.
I feel
I was
like-
setting you up.
No, I feel like I'm both though, because I could be in my own world, you know. But
Right.
if I need to be like extroverted, I will do that as well. So I think I feel like I'm 50-50 to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when did you decide to go all in? When did you decide to start betting on yourself overall?
Listen, man, it's been a long time coming. You feel me? Like I did so much, like with the community. Even like in high school, I used to do talent shows and everything, and like I would just see the reaction, and I'm like, yo, I could do this for real, you know. So that's pretty much like what I started getting my confidence, like seeing like the reaction and like how much people were like loving me perform and everything. So I think that's when I started saying like, okay, I could do this for real. And then like obviously I had the passion for it. Like I love writing music, I love the whole nine, I love performing, I love being in the studio. So I feel like that also helped me like bet on myself and go full out.
If you don't mind, follow-up question for you. Out of the three, which one would you pick?
It's in between performing and writing.
Yeah?
I can't choose between the both.
Okay.
Because I love writing. I write for people, I write for myself, I love writing. But like when I perform, it's a vibe. I'm like, well, let's get it, you know?
For
So-
sure. I seen the clips on IG.
Yeah,
I do my homework.
so I think it's between the two.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Very interesting. Now let's kind of switch it up a little. You know, let's go towards your family. I know you got brothers, right? You mentioned you have 3 brothers, I think, right?
Yes.
And they're big supporters, correct?
Yeah.
And let me ask you, how does it feel to have your family that supportive of your music career?
Honestly, it's good because, like, you know, usually in my culture, they don't really support you, like, being in music. Like, they want you to, like, be, like...
Overall, like men and women?
They prefer you to be, like, a doctor, a lawyer, stuff like that. That's what they want you to do. So, like, it's, like, shocking to me almost how, like, supportive they are. I'm like, wow, you guys really support this and you guys really want me to win. So, it's, like, a great feeling, you know? Like, they actually see, like, I can make it happen. So,
They're supporting you. That's amazing already.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
You know, it's dope.
Who are your biggest music influences?
Biggest, I grew up off Lauryn Hill, like as a female artist. I grew up off Pac, Biggie. I grew up off Nas. I grew up with like the OGs, Common. But like as I'm getting older, like I'm starting to see like, you know, there's other things going on too, right? I'm like a different generation. So I started listening to like Nicki and stuff as I was getting older too. So it's a mix of like the new school, old school. Drake, Lil Wayne, like Young Money. I listened to Young Money a lot when I was younger.
Which do you prefer? Old school or new school?
I can't choose because I love both, but if I had to choose, I'll go old school.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very different eras, you know.
Yeah.
Old school to like Lil Uzi Vert, like Cardi B, like it's literally not night and day, but it's different.
Old school, this like gives me a vibe that like I don't think anything else can give me. So I'll go for old school.
Yeah, definitely in genre in itself. Now, aside from hip hop, what other genres are you into?
R&B all the way.
R&B, I thought it was dead though. Do you agree with Diddy?
R&B is not dead. Okay, R&B is not dead. R&B is here and it's here to stay. Okay, don't play with me. R&B is definitely.
What do you like so much about R&B?
I just love the feeling it gives you. Like when you hear R&B, like you in your zone, you feel some type of way. Like,
oh my God, I see the style.
You know what I'm saying?
You're like a Boys to Men, like
Yo,
at a point when Marion was like the second coming of like Jesus or something.
They just get you in another zone, and I'm like, I love getting in that zone once in a while. You know, I ain't go ready.
Nah, you know what? R&B is very passionate.
Yeah,
it is. Everybody needs a little passion in their life. You know what I'm saying? Like,
a little bit.
You know, like yeah, for sure. It hits.
Yeah. Are there any artists that people would find surprising that you listen to?
I mean, honestly, I was at this dinner once, and like I told them that I like grew up listening to Common, and they were shocked, and I'm like, why are you shocked though? So I guess from a real reaction, I guess people were shocked about that. But I love Common.
Yeah, he's alright.
I don't know. I always loved him.
Whoa, shots fired!
I always loved him. I was like, oh, he's so sick. But like, obviously, he didn't like stay for long, but he was dope.
I understand these people. You know, Common is like the Chance the Rapper type rapper, you know what I mean? Like very conscientious, like very focused on like, you know, like do positivity and
that's what I liked about him.
Non-superficial, you know.
Yeah, I think that's what I liked about him.
I hear you. And how would you describe your music style?
My music style is extremely versatile. Like I could go from rapping to singing. Like I could do pop. Like hit me with a jazz beat, I'm gonna do some jazz. Like I'm very like in tune when it comes to music, so I'm very versatile.
And you act and you model.
I act, I model, yeah. So.
You don't even have time for yourself?
I don't even know what time it is. I'm like, what is time? Like I don't even know. Like I have no idea what is the concept of time anymore because I'm like something is always happening. People are sometimes. Actually, I was on the phone with a friend yesterday. And he was like, oh, Badda, he's like, I just have the randomest question. I'm like, what? He's like, do you ever have time to like watch a show or a movie?
Right.
And I thought about it, I'm like, I don't remember the last time I watched a show or a movie. I'm like, I have no idea. So yeah, I don't have time to like chill. Like I'm always on the go, to be honest. Yeah, always on the go. There's always a booking. We booked in busy. Booking today, booking tomorrow, booking tonight, booking tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon.
I do not doubt it at all. Look at these glasses. Zoom in the glasses.
Does not stop. Does not stop.
I don't doubt it for sure.
What's the most memorable response you've had to your music?
The kids.
Yeah?
Yeah, the kids love me. I'm like, oh my
on
God, they're so cute.
That.
Well, I had a show like I think last month or maybe before that, and like literally like a bunch of kids came to watch me, and they said they were waiting for me all year. Like I couldn't believe that. I'm like, yo, waiting for me all year. They're like, yes, we love you so much. And then I was like, no way. crazy. So like they were yelling and screaming and they were so excited, and like when the show finished, they ran to me to the back. They're like, "Oh my god, like, can we take a picture with you?" Da, da, da. And
It
I'm
gives
like,
a perspective.
they were so cute, and
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yo, you're like, it's like my nieces. I love you guys, you know." So it was so cute. That was
I think it's
amazing.
amazing, you know, this is, when you think about, you know, talk about your childhood, you know, rappers and artists, right? You know,
Yeah.
that's kind of where it starts, right?
Yeah,
so that
yeah.
you're impacting, you know,
Yeah.
the
The
youth.
lives,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Right, it's
A lot of
big,
youth, so
you know?
it's having a big impact on the young community, which
And
is
they'll
good.
follow you through your career, and then
Yeah.
they'll get older, then they'll be able to buy shows and buy
No,
streams, right?
100%. Especially like even my niece, like she's like a big time Badda season supporter. Like she'll literally see me, she'll be like Badda season, and I'm like, okay, niece, I see
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
So yeah,
It's a big confidence booster, right?
Oh, I love
The niece
I love
right
the
there.
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's
Definitely.
fire. She's fire.
What's your main inspiration when creating music?
Main inspiration, like I need to be in my element. Like I need like the blue, purple, red lights type of vibe. Like I don't like being in like bright light when I'm creating music, you know? So that's one thing I think. And like I need to be like, it needs to be genuine, you know? Like if I'm creating something, like I need to be in that zone. So whatever I'm creating that day is probably what happened to me that week.
Yeah.
So that inspires me to go off of that. So I think real life experience.
You use it
helps.
essentially
Yeah,
to-
real life experience is definitely my biggest tool.
Yeah, no, that's.
And where do you think your creativity comes from?
It comes from a lot. Like I've seen a lot happen. Like as young as I am, like I've seen a lot happen. Like I low key feel like I'm like 20 years older than what I am because like
Experience will do that to you, right?
yeah, like I've
Oh,
seen
yeah.
so much happen. I've been through so much. I've dealt with so much. So I'm like, you know what? Like I feel like that's a big part of it. You know.
I would imagine.
It sounds
So-
very relatable too. But
Yeah,
okay.
no, it actually is pretty relatable. I was gonna, sorry to interject. I was just gonna
Yeah.
say, what's the biggest problem that you've had when you've encountered your music career overall? The biggest roadblock that you've had so far.
I mean, like, if I'm keeping it a stack, like, I feel like there's a lot of, like, you know, just envious vibes, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, a lot of envious vibes, like...
Jealousy alert.
Jealousy alert, all of that, you know what I'm saying? Like, little vulgar vibes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, like, people were kind of shocked when I came out, like, oh, this is how it is, okay, cool. And then, like, a bunch of people was telling me, like, oh my god, like, I didn't know we could do this in Ottawa, da-da-da, like, and then they started doing it, but then, like, they didn't want to support, so I'm like, you got the drip from me, but you don't want to support
Right,
the drip,
right,
I
right.
see you,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But it's like, it comes with the game, it is what it is.
100%. I mean, they want the clout. Talk about the clout. Tell us, like, what platform you've been on. Like, you know, you've done some big shows. You know, big moves in the industry. Tell us about that.
Yeah,
What's
I
the
think...
biggest moves you've done? Like, would you say your top 3 moves? Like, stay in your lane. This what's up. I'm coming in strong real soon.
Yeah. I think one of the things was like going #1 on the radio in Toronto. That was pretty cool because like I can only imagine how many people heard my voice to be
100%.
#1, you know, and to
Right.
like I won the award like for the summer.
Yeah.
So
In a market like Toronto,
the hottest
it's very
track
big.
of the
Yeah.
summer. So
That's-
like that was dope. I'm like, well, okay, y'all heard my voice. That's cool.
Yeah.
And then obviously like the NHL stadium here in our city at the arena, like that
Yes.
was huge. Like it was the last Senators game
Yes.
of the season, and my song played. Like that was like over 20,000 people in the stadium, like literally singing my lyrics like they knew the song. I'm like, what? That's
Yeah.
lit, you know? So.
Right.
That and overall, just like even what I did in my community was huge for me.
So
In
much.
the Richmond community, like that's huge. Like you know what I'm saying, like doing all these cultural events and everything. Like you know what I'm saying, like I literally like great like because of what I did, like the kids after me followed, and now they're continuing my legacy. So I feel like that's dope. You know.
You love your culture. I'll give you that as well. You brought this flag, did you?
I mean, listen, my homeboy, he brought it for me because he knew I was in the building. He said, okay, she's
Give him a shout out. Give him a shout
let me
out.
make sure, you know, the flag is here. So we appreciate that for sure, you know?
That's very nice. Now, what do you think is missing in Ottawa to help artists such as yourself to reach the next level? Right? You made it in, you know, you say Canada's meeting New York and Toronto. What does it take to make it in LA, New York, be out there?
I'm gonna be real with y'all. Like, we need to support each other more. Like, there's no reason to be envious of one another. Like, I'm here to support everybody around me, you know what I'm saying? Like, Anybody wants a feature, I'm down to support. Anybody wants me to come to their show, I'm down to come show love. Anybody wants anything, I'm down. But like vice versa, it's not that way. So I feel like the biggest thing to help us move forward is unity. Look at Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? Atlanta support each other. Everybody in Atlanta made it. You know what I mean? Like everybody in Atlanta made it because they're all supporting each other, putting each other on. You know what I'm saying? The whole nine. So we definitely need to support one another if we want to succeed as a unit.
That's straight facts.
Yeah, that is straight facts, and it makes me think of the tweet that Belly came out with. You know, Belly's from the city, and you remember a few weeks ago, right? City Fidelia made it on the billboards and down the square, and then he tweeted Belly right after, hardest city to make it out of, right? And I think it hits right on your point of community building, supporting the community, growing it, so it's like a launching pad. The way you're saying it,
Oh, 100%. Like, I feel like, people think like, oh, I can make it on my own. Like, you can't. Like, you need the support from everybody, from your producer, from your cameraman, from your team, from your manager, from your media consultant, whatever is going on in your team. Like, everybody has to support you. And not only that, like, I'm saying, your fellow artists need to support you. Your peers, like, need to support you. Like, don't be scared. You're not belittling yourself by supporting someone else. You're actually doing better for yourself by supporting someone else. That's how I look at it,
It's networking, right?
Yeah, straight up.
That's really what it is.
Big question. Who are your top 5 artists of all time? New school, old school?
Of all time?
Of all time. There's a lot of artists in the history of mankind.
Yeah, honestly, okay, I already know the first 3 is Pac, Biggie, Lauren. And so that's 3, and then I'll put Nicki in there, and I'll put Lil Wayne too.
All right, not mad at that. Not mad at that.
So who would you put in your Mount Rushmore of female artists?
Mount Rushmore, I'll put a me.
The confidence is through the roof. You see their glasses.
Alright.
Period. That's the vibe.
That's the vibe. Okay,
The vibe.
let me ask you this then. If someone is not familiar with your music, right? What song would you make them go listen first, and why?
I feel like I would make them listen to SSS because like the story behind that song was so real, and I feel like you feel it when you're like listening to it. So I feel like that's the best one. Like I got out of my element a little bit on that one. Shout out Jeff Sannon.
Is that it? Oh, shout out to Jeff. It's not the first time we shout out Jeff on this show. Shout out to Jeff Sannon.
Yeah. So yeah, I got out of my element for sure on that one.
Yeah.
And I feel like it just showed another side of me, but a side of me that I'm willing to like keep showing.
Right, and that's one of your more recent songs.
I mean, it's like been a year now, but it's still pretty recent. People are still bumping it. It's still playing in clubs and stuff. So to me, it's like still popping.
Line up the sign.
No, I love SSS. Sweet, sexy, savage. That's the model, babe. Hey,
So check it out on YouTube.
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
Out of all the music videos that you've recorded, which one would you say is your favorite one?
Run It Back. We messed it up. Like literally, my Run It Back video was a movie because it was my birthday. Actually, I always do my videos on my birthday, but that one was a special birthday.
It's like a tradition for you?
Yeah, like I don't know why. I actually have no idea why, but my videos always turn out on my birthday. So I'm like literally turning up for my birthday and shooting a video. But that one was a movie because we had like the best, like everything, like best room, best situation, everything, like everything was the best. Like
it looks sparkly.
Like my outfit was on point. Like that video was insane, and like I saw the result of that video too. Like everybody was loving it. So yeah, that's probably my favorite video for sure.
So we know that you also model and act. What other dreams are you chasing?
I'm just trying to do it big. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm an artist, I act, I model, like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know which one is going to take me out, you know what I'm saying? But whichever one it is, I'm going to kill it, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, each of those categories, I'm killing it, you know?
So stick to your talents,
stick to my talents, stick to what I'm good at, be myself, and just shine, you know what I'm saying?
Facts, straight facts.
Yeah, straight facts, no cap, you feel me?
Now, let me ask you this, it's a deep question. People see your stuff online, they hear about you, they, chat about you. But really, like, what would you say is the biggest misconception about you?
I people just be like, yo, like I don't know, like I was scared. Like literally, people come up to me shaking, and I'm like, what's going on here? They're like, yo, I was so scared to talk to you. Like I don't know, and I'm like, yo, what's going on here? I'm actually mad sweet. Like I'm so nice, you know. So I think that's a huge misconception. Like I'm actually mad. I'm funny. I'm always laughing. I'm always making jokes. Like so I don't know why people think.
Right. Come on, everybody,
you know
man up.
Like yeah, so it's definitely not one of
Maybe it's
those.
your vibe, maybe it's your energy. I don't know. I didn't have this energy.
Yeah.
But, you know, it could be a misconception for sure.
Oh, it is, 100%.
So what's the greatest fear you've had to overcome to get to where you are today?
Honestly, this is an exclusive. I used to be mad shy to be in front of a crowd.
You?
Really?
Yeah.
You?
Yeah, like when I was younger, I used to shake. Ask my mom, like I would shake. I'd be like, Mama, there's 10 people in the crowd. What do I do? Like I used to be so nervous, and she'd be so, hey, have confidence. What's wrong with you? So like after that, like she got in my head, and I actually ended up getting way more confident. Yeah. So Mama did that. She was like, what are you scared about? She's like, these people are nothing. Like so then I started like just being more confident, you know.
Nowadays, what's on repeat on your iPhone?
Yo, I've been listening to that track with Shensia and
Which one? Okay.
and what's that new artist out? What's his name again? Skilly. What's his name? Skilly Bang. Yeah, right. That's his name, right?
Sure.
Yeah, that track is fire. I've been running that track back every hour. Yeah, look, that's the song I'm listening to right now. Yeah.
You can't do like non-stop for an hour and then...
No, I'm literally like, I wish I could see how much I replayed it this week. I've been replaying that song. I love that song right now.
Very cool.
Yeah, I love it.
What's the biggest highlight of your career so far?
I mean, there's a few, like I said, like the radio thing and like the stadium, but like overall, I think the biggest one was just like proving to myself that like you can do this, you know. That was a huge one for me. Like at some point I was like, yo, can I really do this? You know what I'm saying? I started doubting myself, but like when I see the results, like within 6 months, like I've done so much. Like I've done things that I was praying of doing. So it's like, to me, that's like a blessing, you know?
Yeah, definitely. It's God's work, right? So.
Oh, for sure, it's God's work, amen.
And inshallah, God willing, what would be the one thing you'd like to achieve by the end of your career?
The whole nine, like sold out stadium, 100,000 people, Grammy, the whole nine.
I said one thing, but
just the whole nine.
Have it all,
going back home and like doing a huge show for my country, like on Independence Day. They have a huge festival that they do there. Like I would love to be like the headline act there one day as well. So I got a few things on my bucket list that we gonna accomplish, inshallah, God willing.
Oh yes, indeed, I love that.
So do you have any upcoming projects that you'd like to promote?
I mean, listen, I have a project that everybody's waiting for that I've been working on for the past 3 years, and it's coming.
Drum roll.
It's coming. Okay, so everybody's always on my case, like, when are you dropping your project? When are you dropping your project? I don't like to rush greatness.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm literally taking my time, but it's getting there. Like, I think I'm one song away from dropping it, so get ready for my project. I'm trying to drop it on my birthday, which is December 7th, so we'll see.
That's not far.
Yeah,
That's not too far.
Yeah,
And that is Straight Fit Acts. Thanks for coming.
Oh, listen, man, I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to be here. Thanks for having me. You know what I'm saying? The whole vibe was amazing. Y'all better mess with my boys over here because they're killing the game. They're getting it done. So get in tune or get lost. You feel me? Baddest season. Everything happens for a reason. Period.